That's it.
There you go.
Ready? Okay, yeah. Chris,
Hey.
start with a bit of injury news, please.
Well, Eduardo suffered a knee, a twist or of some sort, and we're not sure how or long he's going to be out with that. We're just waiting for the swelling to go down before they can take any procedure further. Yun came off with a knock to the head. We had to take that precaution, as you know, it's well documented that you really do need to be careful with those sort of injuries. So at the moment we are a little bit thin, but I don't really want to go on about injuries because we've got our 25 and we've got other people available to be drafted in.
The win obviously changes everything. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about how things have changed in the last 48 hours. I mean, it must have been a tremendous morale boost going there and going to West Brom winning 4-1.
No, it was a fantastic victory for us. I mean, the scoreline flattered us a little bit because I thought West Brom did really well in the game, to put us under pressure. We were holding on. I mean, the morale around here has been good, very professional anyway, and I think the players have that belief before this game that they've been performing very well. And we just haven't taken the chances that we took at the weekend. So, we're going to still approach the games in a way that we have done. We're just hoping that we can be as clinical as we were in the game at the weekend. And still, we do have some defensive concerns that we know that we have to deal with.
What about tomorrow's game in the context of the two next fixtures against Villa and Chelsea? I mean, I know it's not as simple as just like looking at the fixtures and say, yeah, we'll win that and we'll lose that. Mm-hmm. But Villa away now, given that they've had a bit of a wobble in the last couple of games, it probably looks more winnable than Chelsea on Sunday. Is that the way you're looking at it?
No, not really. I mean, the Premier League is a league that things happen that we don't expect. So I don't think any game you can go into or any fixture list you can look at and say, right, this is winnable and this is not winnable. I think each game has to be approached on its merits. And obviously Villa are close to us, near the bottom of the league. And, they're going to have, their tails up trying to get 3 points to get away from that line.
You mentioned your own injury concerns. Villa, I just did a bit of research last night. Sinclair, Westwood, Hutton, Sissoko, Richardson. Does that make it a big opportunity for you, therefore, given that they've got a few players out? I
think they've got good players anyway. I'm sure that they will be able to fill those positions adequately. And I don't think that that's going to be an advantage or disadvantage for us.
Would it be strange going up against a friend in Tim Sherwood?
Well, it'd be strange as the fact is that we probably have a pint later on in the week. But as far as going into the game, I'm going there as a representative of Queen's Park Rangers, and I'm sure he'll be thinking the same. As regards Aston Villa, the game really isn't about me and Tim. It's more about Aston Villa versus Queen's Park Rangers.
How close was he to getting the job here?
I don't know because I wasn't involved in the negotiations. Obviously, I saw the speculation in the paper, and Tim's a sought after man. I thought he did really well at Tottenham, and there was a few clubs that were after him, and I'm sure that Villa did well getting him ahead of 2 or 3 other clubs that could have got him.
Were you expecting him to get the job at the time? I mean, it wasn't very long ago we were all thinking that he was shooing for this job.
Not really. I think that Tim did have negotiations with a few clubs. I'm not sure how far down the line he got with this club, but he was very sought after. When leaving Tottenham, and like I said, he'd done a very, very good job there, and any club in the league would have wanted him at that stage, barring the top 3 or 4. So obviously happy for him that he's gone to a big club like Aston Villa, and I'm sure he's going to do a good job.
Prior to West Brom, you were pretty much written off. You'd lost home games against Spurs, Arsenal, Everton. Did that criticism perhaps spark a response ahead of Saturday, obviously coming into the rest of the season?
What the club are written off, or me personally? The team written off. I think they've been very professional in the way that they've applied themselves to players, and to be honest with you, there's still a belief down there. And I think regardless of the criticism, we're quite a closed shop, and everybody knows what's expected of them for the fans and the owners. So I don't think that really affected them. I mean, obviously, being in a position where that looks, like gloom and doom, always puts pressure on players. But they've been playing very well.
It wasn't just you took points in the bottom three. Obviously, Leicester got 3 points. Burnley took a point against Tottenham as well. Are you hoping that you maybe put a bit of pressure on maybe the 3 or 4 above you? Yeah,
we are. I mean, obviously, when you win a game and drag yourself closer to that line, it obviously puts pressure on the teams around. But the thing is, they've all responded this weekend. A couple of weeks ago, we lost against Crystal Palace, and everybody else lost. So everybody seems to be responding to what the other teams are doing, which makes the league a very exciting one.
Who's under more pressure in this game, you or Tim?
I think the pressure is equal. I would rather be going into the game with the points tally that he's got than the points tally that we've got. So I would say that we are.
Some great goals scored over the weekend. Do you think possibly Bobby Zamora's one's been undercooked? I mean, technically it was, and given the pressure of the game as well, it was something to behold.
I think if any goal scorer will tell you that a spectacular one or a tap in mean the same. So for us, it was 3 points. It helped us towards 3 points. Bobby's pulled out. He scored a fantastic goal against Sunderland a few weeks ago. I'm sure that he will take any goals however they come. And he's been a very good professional over the last how many years that he's been involved, and it was a great goal for him to score. His work rate has been phenomenal, and his attitude around the place has been phenomenal.
Just finally from me, Charlie Austin, a different kind of goal for him, a real header on the line, opportunist kind of goal. I mean, does that make it even more difficult to hang on to in the summer, the more goals he scores?
I think any club with a prolific goal scorer will find it difficult to hold on to that player. Any club in any division will find it difficult because goal scorers have got the knack, haven't they? They've got the uncoachable thing. You can put people in certain positions, but scoring goals is the thing that not many people can actually put their finger on.
Well, Chris, when QPR's got a bit of fresh money and spent it, neutral fans and pundits probably took a bit of pleasure in when they would lose games. Since you've come in, that seems to have changed a bit. Have you sensed that?
I'm really sorry. Could you repeat that question?
Yeah, sorry. When QPR spent a few quid and it wasn't going very well for them, neutral fans and pundits used to sort of maybe take a bit of pleasure in their lack of success and their failings.
Of course.
Since you've come in, that seems to have changed a little bit. Have you sensed that at all?
Well, that neutral fans were mocking us for spending a lot of money.
I was happy to see QPR lose.
Well, I haven't sensed it, but I'm glad that they're not happy. No, I haven't really sensed that because obviously I've come in a situation where money was spent before I came, and I've tried my best to stay out of that debate about what was spent and what wasn't spent, who we recruited, who we didn't recruit. Basically, I'm in a situation where the players are here, and I'm going to work with whoever is here and whoever's available. And as long as they respect the other players by doing what's required, then that's all I'm worried about, really.
2 great goals from Eduardo, just typical bad luck that he now gets injured.
Yeah.
When I first joined here, I spoke to a Chilean journalist who had been coming to see him in Rizzo. He said one of the reasons that he thought he hadn't got on too well at Napoli was he doesn't train with the same intensity that he plays at. Is that something that you've noticed at all, and can that be forgiven when he's playing as well in matches as he is?
No, the only reason he got picked was because his training has changed. It's the reason he got picked. He didn't get picked for any other reason than that. He's a good player, but in order for us to get ourselves out of this situation, we need to train properly, and we need to respect the other players who are training properly. So, for argument's sake, if you look at some of the players, someone who hasn't been playing, Carl Henry, every single day every single training session, every single match. He gives everything every time. So those players need respect. If they're going to do that, everybody needs to do it. So his training intensity has gone up, his fitness has gone up, and you know, he performed quite well when he came on in the game against Everton. And you know, to be honest with you, Les, being a goal scorer, said to me, listen, sometimes when people start scoring goals, they get that flavour and that feel, and I don't know because I never scored one. But so you know, that influenced my thinking a little bit as well. And his attitude has been absolutely fantastic around the place. The last couple of weeks, we've had a few discussions, should I say, and that's why he played.
Okay, turn the cameras off unless you film the cutaways, please, and guys, if you want to bring your chairs forward, thanks.